Felix Baumgartner was the first successful skydiver, breaking the sound barrier on 14 October 2012. He set the world record for skydiving on an estimated 39 kilometers, reaching a speed of 1,367.64 kilometers per hour. He jumped off the stratosphere for the highest altitude and greatest freefall velocity. Felix's most recent project was Red Bull Shuttles, in which he jumped from space to Earth. He completed the first of two test jumps from 21,818 meters for approximately 3 minutes and 43 seconds in freefall. Red Bull Shuttles was an opportunity to gather information that could contribute to the development of life. Felix said he was nervous about jumping off the stratosphere, but having been involved in extreme endeavors for so long, he has learned to use his fears to his advantage. On 25th July 2012, Baumgartner completed the second of two planned test jumps from 29,460 meters. It took Baumgartner about 90 minutes to reach the target altitude, and his freefall was estimated to have lasted 3 minutes and 48 seconds before his parachutes were deployed. The launch was originally scheduled on 9 October 2012 but was postponed due to adverse weather conditions. Instead, the launch took place on 14 October 2012, which is when Felix broke the skydiving record. On the basis of updated data, Felix also set the record for the highest manned balloon flight and fastest speed of freefall, making him the first human to break the sound barrier outside of a vehicle.
It is hard to describe because I didn't feel it. Felix told reporters after the jump. Felix Baumgartner could not say what it felt like to smash through the sound barrier during his leap from the brink of space. Felix hopped from a capsule perched at the ceiling of the stratosphere, becoming the only man to achieve supersonic speed without a space shuttle. He felt that way because the project took 5 years of his life, and Baumgartner isn't the type of guy who likes waiting to do anything. Working on Red Bull Shuttles, as much as I love working on the project, I also hated it, he said. Sometimes it felt overwhelming. I think we all underestimate the size of the project at the beginning. It is hard to describe because I didn't feel it. Felix told reporters after the jump. Felix Baumgartner could not say what it felt like to smash through the sound barrier during his leap from the brink of space. Felix hopped from a capsule perched at the ceiling of the stratosphere, becoming the only man to achieve supersonic speed without a space shuttle. He felt that way because the project took 5 years of his life, and Baumgartner isn't the type of guy who likes waiting to do anything. Working on Red Bull Shuttles, as much as I love working on the project, I also hated it, he said. Sometimes it felt overwhelming. I think we all underestimate the size of the project at the beginning. Baumgartner was in Washington, D.C. this week for the opening of the new Shuttles exhibit at the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum. The National Geographic Channel and BBC detailed every moment of the mission with more than 20 cameras. The footage includes exclusive behind-the-scenes access following Felix's 5-year transition from space jumper to near space explorer. National Geographic executive producer Richard Wells offered his perspective on the making of Space Dive, a co-production between BBC, National Geographic Channel and Red Bull Media House. When asked about Felix Baumgartner's attempt, he said that having worked on several space projects with NASA over the year, I was drawn to the technical challenge of getting a man safely to the altitude proposed and providing him with the means to survive the extreme conditions he encountered on the way back. So initially, the science and technology elements of the story piqued my interest. These topics are brand for NGC. However, as the science and technology unfolded, it became apparent that it wouldn't be the hardware that hooked you. It was the human drama that developed around creating the technology that will provide an emotional component that few science and technology stories contain. The exceptional access the BBC had made possible to capture that drama. Given the amount of material, fortunately we have 2 hours to tell the important behind-the-scenes story of Stratos.
Eager to test the limits, Felix set a record for history's lowest base jump and set world records for the highest base jump from a building, and even landed his canopy inside a cave in Croatia. Felix was named to Vienna Street of Champions and nominated for a World Sports Award and 2 categories in the NAA Extreme Sports Awards. A licensed guest balloon pilot, he has earned private helicopter license in Austria and the United States, as well as a commercial European helicopter license, and he is an advocate for the non-profit Wings for Life Spinal Cord Research Foundation. In training for Red Bull Stratos, Felix divides his time between Switzerland and the United States, but he says the air is where I am at home. The biggest risk Baumgartner faced was spinning out of control, which have exerted enough G-forces to make him lose consciousness. At one point he appeared to have become unstable, but he managed to get himself into a flat, controlled position for the rest of the skydive. He had been due to jump from 120,000 feet, but the balloon went higher than expected to just 128,000 feet. Baumgartner's total of 4 minutes and 90 seconds fell 17 seconds short. The reason for the shorter than expected fall was not immediately clear, although live commentary during the leap suggested he opened his parachute at an altitude above the 5,000 feet level. Red Bull Stratos mission was the second attempt for the skydiver. An initial bid last week was aborted at the last minute due to the wind. The coverage on this film was extraordinary, with so many cameras covering the emotionally charged drama for years. The variety of frame rates and formats created a significant post-production dilemma.